Sigrid, we have company.
Hadvar, we've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
Oh, take a gift. Well, thank you very much. Weird way of asking for help, but hey, whatever.
The Jarl needs to know there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Okay. How do I get to Whiterun from here?
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace.
Okay, what can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf. He rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though.
Which side of the war does he favor?
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
You support the Empire then?
Of course. Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire's been doing lately. But Nords have never been fair weather friends.
Join the Imperial Legion. No, I don't think so. They did try to chop my head off. And I almost got barbecued by a dragon. No, thank you. Who's Elisif?
Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
Okay, so it was a bit overdramatic, but okay. What can you tell me about Riverwood?
Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill.
Can I use your forge?
I see no harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new.
Sounds good to me. What can you tell me about what you think about the war?
People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim.
Why the Thalmor allowed to arrest people for worshipping Talos?
It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos. But then, Ulfric and his sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. Sure enough, the Emperor had to crack down. Dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
Yeah, that would sound like a cause, yeah.
Did you really see a dragon? What did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Hush, child. Don't pester your cousin.
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh? Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here. I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here. From there you can take a carriage to Solitude.
Oh, well, I've already asked your uncle this, so, but it's on there, so I might as well ask you too. How do I get to Whiterun from there?
Just head north, you can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold, the biggest and the best of the 9 holds of Skyrim. But don't take my word for it.
Okay. Who were the other prisoners?
You didn't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak and his top lieutenants.
I honestly don't pay much attention to current events.
Oh, right. You were caught trying to cross the border into Skyrim, weren't you? You're not kidding. Ulfric's the leader of the Stormcloaks. You know, the traitors trying to break Skyrim away from the Empire.
Who are the Stormcloaks?
You haven't heard of the Civil War in Skyrim? I guess down in Cyrodiil, people have other things to worry about. It's pretty simple. Ulfric founded the Stormcloaks years ago, as a sort of private army to advance his ambitions. He's always used the ban on the worship of Talos to stir people up against the Empire. He never succeeded in getting much support, so a few months ago he murdered the High King. That got the Empire's attention.
I can imagine that would. How did you manage to capture Ulfric?
A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the General turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the General changed his mind. You know the rest.
Okay. Why is the worship of Talos banned?
I guess that wasn't such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour. But it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice, did he? If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. Then where would Skyrim be? That's the part that Ulfric's supporters always conveniently forget about. Unless the Empire stands together, the Thalmor will destroy us all.
I suppose you're right. I thought dragons were all dead long ago.
So did I. If the damn Stormcloak somehow found one, or woke it up, the war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence, that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed. Be careful on the way to Solitude. Damn Stormcloaks could be anywhere.
I think I'd be more worried about the dragons than Stormcloaks. Now, as you can see, things are in white now, which means I can take stuff. However, as you can see, this has the gauntlets are in white. This is in red, and that's also in red, but that's in white. Which means I can take the money and I can take those, but these things I cannot take because it's stealing.
Damn storm-cloaked rebels.
I'm gonna go downstairs and see what's downstairs.
Make yourself at home.
What do you think about the war?
I just hope the war doesn't come to Riverwood. There's enough trouble in the world without those Stormcloaks stirring up more.
I've already asked this question already twice, but I might as well ask you too.
Just follow the road north. When you get to Hunting Brew Meadery, turn left and the road will take you to the city gates. It's not far. We used to go to the market there every month or so until the roads got so dangerous with the war and all.
And probably bandits too.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, mm-hmm.
You're pretty, I'll give you that. Just stay away from my husband, Alvar.
He's already married, okay? Plus he's old. I would have an old married guy. Alright, I will show you guys this. I'm not gonna actually do it. Well, I don't know. But, I'll just show it to you anyway. I'm just gonna cut all sorry. Cooking. Cooking pots allow you to cook food that restores your health and or provides other temporary effects. Each recipe requires specific culinary ingredients that can be found throughout Skyrim. Now, as you can see, each one of these things does something different, and it says requirements.
I hope I'll see you in solitude. Good luck.
I'm talking to my viewers. Go away. This one right here is probably a good one, good shot to get the beef stew. That's a good one because it was your stamina. This one right here helps with your magicka. You get a magicka boost for a short amount of time. So if you're a magic person, that'd be a good one to use. And this one restores both health, magicka, and health and stamina, and also regenerates your health. Well, it's not much, but it still does. You can also find these foods in bandit camps and caves and stuff like that. You don't actually have to cook them. And then there's vegan stew, which is not vegan.
Stay sharp.
Ration stew? But basically, it's like vegetable stew, I think. It's got ration. What's ration? I don't know what that is. I think it has to do with one of the DLCs. Like I said, I don't really touch the cooking pots, so I don't know that. I believe it's kind of late. Let's see. It's dark out. Oh, it's 1 in the morning. Maybe I should have slept in the bed. But as you see, look at this. That's steel. But I can take that. I can take that. That's stealing. I can also take these. Before I head to Whiterun, I'm going to explore Riverwood a little bit. I'm going to go to the inn. The inn is a good place to go to hear gossip.
Borgnar, are you listening?
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon.
Need a room? Talk to Delphine.
Can I use your Alchemy Lab?
Long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple of ingredients together, see what happens. A little weed and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know. We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too.
I like what you did there. Yeah, I'm looking for work. Got any leads?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Oh, haunted stream camp. Okay. What can I learn about magic?
Looking to blow yourself up? I hear that's what magic does to you. There's a college in Winterhold that teaches magic, unless that blew up too. Be a lot safer just to have the Jarl's wizard teach you a thing or two.
Well, I don't want to blow myself up. Heard any rumors lately?
There have been whispers. A boy up in Windhelm, name of Aventus Aretino, been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh, okay, let's take it a minute. Let's take it its time.
Mm-hmm. I'm just a cook, lass. Take a look.
Oh, there goes. Barter. Items above the divider line belong to the vendor. Items below the line belong to you. To buy or sell an item, select it and press A. So I have them, but I have that for a reason. Now he said it is blisterwort and weight to make a healing potion, so I'll grab those. Any other rumors?
Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
I'll visit this shrine of Azura. I'll do that.
Lucan at the Riverwood Trader had his store broken into the other night. Oddly enough, barely anything's been stolen.
I might as well go touch Lucan.
We've got something of a love triangle here in Riverwood. Faendal and Sven, both vying for Camilla's affections.
Oh, interesting.
All right then.
Slashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Alright, Alchemy Lab. You can create potions and poisons by combining two or more ingredients that share a common effect. Experiment with different ingredients to learn their effects. As like we were just been told, blisterwort and reed make a healing potion. There we go.
Yeah. What are you staring at?
Here, I got a drink for you.
Got any ale or mead?
There you go.
All right then.
I picked up the wine on purpose because I was gonna give it to that guy.
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
I shake my head at you because you do not respect your mother, and I can tell you right now, I did see a dragon on Helgen, and your mom was not kidding.
Truly? So maybe my mother isn't crazy after all. You had best tell the Jarl in Whiterun. He needs to know about this.
I will go to the Jarl Warren. But anyway, before I ask about Fendel, where did you learn to play so well?
At the Bard's College in Solitude. They train bards and skalds like myself. If you go there, talk to Viarmo. He's the headmaster.
I just will do that. You and Fendel both like the same girl?
Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood Trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time.
Yes, two people spending time with each other never blossoms into courtship.
Is that sarcasm? I've heard better wisecracks from Orgnar. Still, you have a point. Camilla letting Faendal visit her isn't a good thing for me. Here, let me give you a particularly venomous letter. Say it's from Faendal. That should get Camilla to stop inviting the elf over.
Okay. Is there somewhere I can buy fresh supplies?
Lucan's got a little bit of everything in the Riverwood Trader. If you need weapons or armor, see Alvor, the blacksmith.
I gotta do that anyway, in the morning.
Sure. What can I do for you? Only true Imperials request that one.
Nope, you're just gonna stand there in silence. Okay. It's 3 o'clock.
We drink to our youth, today's come and gone. For the age
there we go.
of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.
There we go. It was a delayed is all. Just this game tends to do that. Well, it's pretty much morning anyway, so I'm just gonna use the wake feature. I don't have to go to sleep. It's not a requirement. It'd make the game a little more challenging if it was, but it's not. Weren't you just in the inn?
Good dog.
You were just in there. You must have came out when I came out. Alright, let's see what we got here. Dear Camilla, I know I have called upon you at your house many times, and while we may be growing close, I need you to put away, put any desires you may have for me aside. I am a true born son of Valenwood, and I could never defile my bloodline by courting an Imperial. I hope we can remain true friends, provided you understand your people's place in the Alban Dominion, and respect me as such. Sincerely, Fendo. Okay, Fendo is a wood elf, not a high elf, so why would he serve the Alban Dominion?
Riverwood's agreeable enough, I suppose, for a Nord village.
Spin wanted me to deliver this letter to Camilla, saying it was from you.
What is that blowhard up to now? So, he thinks he can turn Camilla against me. Two can play at this. Here, give this letter to Camilla and tell her it's from Sven. Let's see what she thinks of him after reading that.
Okay. My dearest Camilla, I yearn to have you as my own, washing my linens and my fine blonde hair, to cook my dinner from my stove and tend to my house while I wander. Yours truly, Sven. That's a funny name, by the way. Sven. Sven. Ah! I don't know what his mother was thinking.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Maybe you're not from around here. That makes two of us.
What? You know what, Sven? Reportedly so. I have a letter for you. It's from Sven.
Another poem, I bet. He does know how to make a girl blush. What's this? If that oaf thinks all I'm going to do is stay in that filthy house of his and clean, you can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore. I'd better get going.
Yeah, I'll be back to touch you in a moment there, Lucan. Hello.
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop.
I believe that's what you got Fendel for. Thinking of which, where is he? In the river. What are you doing in the river?
Riverwood's agreeable enough, I suppose, for a Nord village.
I don't think Camilla will be spending any more time with Sven.
I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've saved up from working at the mill.
Ooh.
Lead the way.
Our first companion. If he can get out of the river. There we go, good boy. There's an axe on the table. I will take the axe that's on the table, because I'm gonna need it. That's just a woodsman's axe, but it's still gonna need it.
New to Riverwood? If you're looking for work, go see Hod at the mill.
What can you tell me about Riverwood?
It's my mill. Some folks thinks it's my town too, but it ain't. The Jarl in Whiterun owns the land and the town. I just pay the taxes.
Makes sense. Is there somewhere I could buy fresh supplies?
And by supplies, I suppose you mean weapons and armor? Alvor can help you out. He's our blacksmith.
I see you too. This is the Stormcloak's sister right here.
You're nothing but trouble.
He heard what I did already.
I'm right behind you. What do you want me to carry?
I'm gonna take his arrows and his dagger, because I strictly use him for his bow.
You go on ahead.
Now, I may have taken his arrows off of him, but he has unlimited iron arrows. So.
Take what you need, my friend. May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Need any help with the forge?
Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. Good day.
We wait for him to move. blacksmith forge. I don't know why I have problem saying that. The blacksmith forge are used to create new weapons and armor from raw materials. And he wanted us to create an iron dagger. There we go.
Decent weapon you've made there. Whatever you need. My Ismir, if it's simple and strong, I can forge it.
Here's that iron dagger.
Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and a grindstone over there. Aye.
Alright, you too. Let's see. Grindstones. Use the grindstone to improve weapons. All improvements require blah blah. I can't even say that word. Specific materials. There we go. Which you may buy or find in the world. As you can see, the hunting bow requires a leather strip. The Imperial bow, which is the bow I'm currently using, requires a steel ingot, so I didn't do that. And the thing he wants me to improve is the iron dagger. Of course, I have two of them because of Fendel.
You looking for a new blade?
I sharpened the iron dagger.
This looks good. You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Good day.
Alright. Now these tanning racks would make Tajik very nervous. Tanning racks. The tanning rack is used to turn animal hides into leather and to cut leather into strips. Both leather and leather strips are used to create and used in creating and improving weapons and armor. There we go. Made quite a few leathers there. Quite a few stuff.
I could forge you a warhammer that would crush a giant's head like a walnut.
I think that was a little exaggeration there, but okay. Here's the leather you wanted.
Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need.
Okay.
Until next time.
Hide helmet.
You the sneaky type? Got some nice daggers around here somewhere.
No, it's okay. I already have a dagger. Here's the hide helmet.
I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there.
Okay.
Good day.
Workbenches. Use workbenches to improve armor. All improvements require materials. The amount of improvement depends on your smithing skill.
You looking for a new blade?
Tempered the hide hammer.
You have talent. Keep working at your craft, and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh?
I appreciate that.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
No, this is gonna be a little silly. Or I'm gonna sell that, those, that, and that. For now, I don't wanna walk around naked. So the weapons I got dragging around with me. You wouldn't have to have a steel sword, would you? That'd be fantastic. It's much better than... Yes, you do. And I can't afford it. Let's see. Well, hold on a second. Let's see. I'm actually gonna.
All right then.
I'm gonna create a set of leather armor. That's why I gave him my old stuff. Except for the helmet. I'm not making the helmet because I have a better helmet already. Oh, damn, it just crossed my mind. I could have given that armor to Grindel over there, because technically he doesn't have armor.
Iron and steel is the beauty. Leave that fancy elven stuff to the elves.
He just got he's just wearing his normal clothes. Well.
I can forge you a war. Take a look.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
All right.
We heading out? Let's get going.
I'm gonna mark this one as a current destination. So I will be going to Whiterun after we're done talking to Lucan.
The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
Well, before I ask what happened to you, do you sell spells?
I think I have a few old spell books laying about. If you want more, you'll have to go to the College of Winterhold.
I think I have a few things I can sell you. I'm keeping that. A couple of necklaces. That's it. We have some more lockpicks, that would be great. There we go. I take those. Anyway, did something happen here?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Well, I'm sure that it wasn't too bad for your business, but I'm sure that claw actually meant something to you. I could help you get it back.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
Oh, look at that, Fendo. She's gonna be our guide.
Huh?
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Oh, that's an ancient Northern ruin I pointed out.
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Sounds like an old tomb to me. An idiot bandits.
I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
Sounds like a typical shopkeeper. They say what they need to say, but they don't say what they don't need to say.
This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Sounds like a worried big brother.
Mara bless you for agreeing to help us.
How much further do I have to walk?
Well, it's a winding road up the mountain just ahead. You'll know you're in the right place once you spot the old watchtower. Once you get to the tower, head north. Bleak Falls Barrow should be just around the corner further up. Good luck. Lucan and I will be waiting for you back in the shop.
No problem. But before we head off to Bleak Falls Barrow, which would make sense, you think that it would make more sense to head to Bleak Falls Barrow first and then go to Whiterun? But I have a reason to go for Whiterun first. I have a very good reason. You guys will understand later.